Would you rather own 4 paid off rentals or 16 mortgaged ones, assuming both earn you the exact same $100,000 per year? Let's dive into this question. Investor A keeps it simple with 4 properties, all paid in full, while Investor B goes big, using debt to build a 16-unit empire. However, the outcome's the same on paper. They both earn $100,000 per year. But the path, it couldn't be more different. I'll share which one I would choose and why, but I want to hear from you first. Comment below, would you rather have 4 paid off rentals or 16 mortgaged ones? Now let's dive in. Real estate gives us options. You can grow fast using leverage or relatively slow using cash. You can choose more doors or prioritize having fewer doors, which means fewer tenants and fewer properties to manage. Neither path is wrong, but one might fit your goals, lifestyle, and stress tolerance better than the other. So let's walk through these 3 scenarios and I'll tell you where I land. Picture this. You buy a rental property with a traditional mortgage. It's a solid property, decent neighborhood, and good long-term upside. But the mortgage rate is high. Let's say it's 7.5%, and it eats up almost all of your monthly net income. After expenses, removing CapEx, maintenance, and vacancy, you're left with maybe $50 to $100 a month left in true cash flow. That's not financial freedom. If you wanted to make $100,000 a year in net cash flow on those types of deals, you need over 100 properties, effectively quitting your job just to give yourself another job. You're responsible for dozens of roofs, hundreds of tenants, and constant turnover. This is what happens when you chase leverage without enough margin. Technically, you're investing, but in practice, you're managing chaos. In scenario 2, let's flip the script. Instead of using leverage, you buy the same type of house, but you pay all in cash. No mortgages, no lender, no monthly payment. You're not getting rich overnight, but your cash flow is strong, stable, and predictable. You only need a few properties to hit your $100,000 a year income goal. Imagine managing just 4 properties and still earning 6 figures. No monthly debt payments. No stress when interest rates spike. You're not gambling on appreciation, you're earning real money today. It's boring, yes, and it's slower than using leverage. But this is such a powerful strategy for those seeking true freedom over their time, which is the whole reason why I'm investing. Now, in this last scenario, let's say you say, okay, scenario 1, using debt, 7.5% interest, that's a high rate. We can always refinance later when rates drop. Well, let's talk about that. Let's say you purchased your properties a few years ago when mortgage rates were 5%. You locked in this lower rate, you bought in good market, and kept expenses under control. Each property produced solid cash flow and the returns look great on paper. Instead of only making $50 to $100 per month with leverage, you're making $400 to $500 per month with the lower rate. In this case, you need about 16 units to reach $100,000 per year. But that's 4 times the number, 4 units, that you need if you paid in cash. What happens when you have a vacancy, a repair, a rate hike? That's 4 times the amount of properties and occurrences you have to deal with this. If a tenant calls you that there's a broken HVAC, that's one thing. But try getting that call 3 more times, 4 total. That's a lot more work, and that's something people don't talk about when you use leverage. It's not just about reducing your risk for why you might want to buy in cash. It's about reducing your time spent on real estate investing so that you can actually enjoy a life outside of your portfolio. Now, a leverage model can absolutely work, but it comes with more moving parts and more of your time. Simply put, more opportunity and more responsibility. What people don't always talk about with scale is that it also scales the amount of time and effort required from you. More tenants, more toilets, more text from property managers, more bills to track, more tax forms to file, and more risk exposure. Even if you're not managing it yourself, your time's still involved. Yes, leverage multiplies your portfolio, but it also multiplies your headaches. And eventually you might ask, is this freedom or just another job? So getting down to my decision, what would I prefer? Would I rather have 4 fully paid off properties or 16 mortgaged ones? For me, it's an easy decision. My time is more valuable than maximizing returns on paper, because again, you gotta remember there's risk there that you're not factoring in. By paying cash, I know I'm giving up the benefits of loan pay down and leverage depreciation. Those are powerful net worth building tools, but I'm also gaining peace of mind. I'm trading scale for simplicity and financial minimalism. I'm okay with that because I didn't get into real estate to have another job. I got in it to be free and spend more time with my family and living in the present. That's the whole reason why I invest. Those are my goals. But what about you? Are you team 4 doors or team 16? Comment below and tell me why. I love hearing how others think through this. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other recent video. I share my top 10 reasons to be a debt-free real estate investor. And some of the items on that list may surprise you. You can find a link to this video on the screen and in the description below. Thank you.